Hello, this is Christopher Ian Chenoweth. This is number 3 in the 3-part series on current events in a spiritual light. And we talk on this Ash Wednesday. I had one of my most profound spiritual experiences that I've ever had in keeping a true Lent. Lent begins on Ash Wednesday. Most religions celebrate this by giving up something. In positive Christianity, we break down the word Lent to mean let's eliminate negative thinking. And this is what I'm going to encourage you to do over the next 40 days with me. What a powerful time to do this. Remember God instead of the negativity. There was a spider, and the spider was in a barn. He was spinning a silken thread, and he came down from one of the beams, and then when he got to the middle of the barn, he went out from there and spun threads that were attached to the side of the barn over and over again, until finally, from that hub of the center of the web, he created an exquisite web, and it would catch many fine fat flies, and he was growing quite fat and quite happy, quite content, as he admired his work one day from the side of the barn, of this magnificent web that went everywhere. He looked up at that one single strand of thread from the top beam of the barn, and he questioned. He said, "Well, what is that for? That doesn't have any use. That can't catch any flies. I don't need that." And in a moment, he cut that thread that was attached to the top beam. And when he did, his whole web collapsed. We each have a strong beam of God above us, and we need to keep our connection to God. My friend, if I lost everything, and I won't, but I'm just making a point here. If I lost everything, I would still be, literally, the richest man in the world because I contain knowledge of my oneness with God. You have to realize that that is true for you too, that you contain this knowledge, and the key is, can we believe that with God we can have a better world tomorrow? You know, I hear people say that the best times in our country are behind us. This is absolute nonsense. The best times are ahead of us. You'll see. Mark my words on this. In your lifetime, can you believe in the potential of God working in and through you, as you? That's the key. And if you can, you know that it is God's will for absolute good to come to you and to us. But we have to do it better. Each one of us has personal responsibility to do our best. There was an old farmer, and he was sitting on his front porch and rocking back and forth, and he saw the mailman come, so he walked to the mailbox, and he got his mail, and then he went back, and he was rocking on his front porch, and he noticed a young man walking down the country road. The young man got to where the mailbox was and looked up at the farmer sitting on his front porch. And he looked to his left and to his right, and he said, "Is this your farm?" The farmer said, "Yes." "So you're the farmer of this land?" And the farmer said, "Yes." The young man said, "I'm a book salesman, and I have a book right here that will teach you how to farm 10 times better than you're farming now." Well, the old farmer didn't say anything. He just rocked back and forth on his rocking chair, and finally he said, "Young man, I don't need your book. I already know how to farm 10 times better than I'm doing." Well, isn't that the truth? We already know how to do it better, don't we? We come to church, we read our books, we're inspired, and we know how to live a better life, and yet, so many times those lower human thoughts arise inside of us. The I can't, or I would do this, but, or if it wasn't for this in my life, I could do it. God's in your life, my friend. End of story. End of tunnel. Now, many people miss the point of Christianity. They believe that Christianity is reading the Bible to see what others did 2,000 years ago. The whole Christian experience, though, it guides you forward, not backward. We must see the teaching of Christianity as a vision for a better future, for ourselves and for America, for the world. And we can do it when we follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. When we do this, we'll find that it's something very special. Now, positive Christianity is a teaching of Jesus Christ, not just about Jesus Christ. And there is a huge difference. Today is Ash Wednesday. You will spend the next 40 days, I encourage you, without one negative thought. It will be literally one of the best vacations that you've ever taken. 40 days, Lent. Let's eliminate negative thinking. And when you do so, you'll give yourself a spiritual stimulus package that will uplift you, and it could, like it did for me many years ago, change your life. The chief of a tribe of Indians was dying, and he summoned his 3 sons to his bedside, and he said, I am dying, and one of you must succeed me as the head of our tribe. I want you to climb our holy mountain and bring back something beautiful. The one whose gift is the most outstanding will succeed me. After several days, the sons returned. The first brought his father a flower which grew near the summit, and it was extremely rare, and it was absolutely beautiful. The second son brought his father a stone which was so colorful, the way it had been polished over eons of time by the sand and the winds. But the third son's hand was empty. And the father just stared at the empty hand. And he said, Father, I have nothing that I have brought back to show you. As I stood on top of the holy mountain, I saw that on the other side was a beautiful land filled with green pastures and a crystal lake. I have a vision of where our tribe could go for a better life. I was so overwhelmed by what I saw and by what I was thinking that I couldn't bring anything back. And the father replied, You shall be our new tribe's leader, for you have brought back the most precious thing of all, a gift of a vision for a better future. Every day I pray with you, my friend, even though I don't know your name. I pray with you because God does, and I pray for your future, a better future. I pray for our country, a better future for all of us. God bless you.